I spoke with Teofimo last week, I spoke with Devin Haney last week, and I spoke with Lomachenko on this Tuesday. So I would like to ask you, what's next for Teofimo? Is it...
Well, Teofimo, I talked with his manager, David McWhorter, and he has a number of ways to go. One, if he wants to do a lightweight fight, the best fight, as far as he wants to do pay-per-view, is Teofimo, is a rematch with Teofimo. I mean, with Lomachenko. That would do good business. But he may very well decide that his goal is to fight Josh Taylor, in which case I would put him in with one of our 140-pounders, like Julian Rodriguez or Jose Pedraza, whoever wins the fight on Saturday. That would be a very interesting fight with Teofimo either against Pedraza in the Garden in New York or against Julian Rodriguez.
What about a fight with Devin Haney, who has...
Devin Haney, the problem with Devin Haney is he has 30 days that he has to talk to Eddie Hearn. And then after the 30 days, apparently Eddie Hearn has a right to match. It's too complicated if I have to get him in the ring in October, Teofimo, because Teofimo's wife is having a baby in November, and he wants to get that fight done before his child is born. So Devin Haney is going to be out of the picture for now because of the legalities.
Teo seems to want it next.
I don't care what anybody wants next, but there are contracts and there are problems in doing a lot of things. I mean, wanting, it's not like a baby who wants certain kind of ice cream.
Well, that solves that. Bob Arum says Teofimo, he's not going to fight Devin in his next fight. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into the content. Now, straight away, this is a bad look for Teofimo Lopez. His own promoter is on the horn and did a recent media scrum. You guys heard it at the beginning. And he declares that Devin Haney is not on the menu for Teofimo Lopez. He says... First of all, he says Devin Haney needs 30 days with his promoter, whatever that means. I literally have no idea what that was even about, but he says somehow he knows about Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn's agreement, and he says something to the effect of Devin Haney has like some kind of 30-day window to discuss his fights or whatever the case is, and he says we need to expedite that. Then he goes on to say Teofimo's wifey is pregnant. His wife is pregnant, so they don't have enough time to get the deal done. Now, congrats to Teofimo and his wife on expecting, but this does not look good in terms of if you're a boxing fan. And I'm going to play a clip where Teofimo talked about a slew of things, including he talked about a potential fight with Devin Haney. And then I'll be back to join you. Roll the clip.
Ain't nobody ignoring Devin. Boy, you tripping. Oh, y'all crazy, man. All this COVID shit got to y'all. Get it through y'all head, man. Y'all don't see it? Come on, man. Y'all don't see it? All these guys had the opportunity to fight Loma. You know why they didn't do it? Because they wanted the financial part. Come on, man. I don't blame them. You got to get paid. But when I say I'm the best believe I mean it. And I show it. Feels good to be back. Davis and Garcia is not happening. And if it does, I'll be surprised. But that fight ain't happening. So y'all don't get y'all hopes up, man. Don't get y'all hopes up. That fight's not happening. It's all a fucking It's a teaser. I remember that time they said they were gonna spar. It never happened. The same thing here. Those guys ain't gonna fight each other. Not yet, at least. Their promoters won't allow it. Their promoters won't allow it. Woo. Cat. Hey. I can't wait, yo. To everybody, man. All right. You guys wanted to hear it. Everybody that's still on, y'all wanted to hear it. The end of April, beginning of May is my fight day. Well, my fight month. Guess who? We're in the works of it. We're going to throw contracts at Devin. We're going to throw contracts at Kambosos. Whatever we get back with, as long as we find a medium, we all agree on the terms, then that's your fight. They all going to know. Why you think Devin said April? Everything's already falling into place, ladies and gents. Y'all just got to wait. Y'all so impatient. It's going to come. All of it's going to come. Y'all just got to be patient with it. These things don't come overnight. Same way it becoming undisputed world champion. It don't come overnight. 18 years of hard work for a reason. You hear what I'm saying? All right then. So, the end of April, beginning of May, me and Bob Arum, we talking back and forth. We're talking with the other promoters. We're making these deals work. We need a fight, yes. We are going to fight, yes. Just what time? I didn't know next month was April. Come on, Lake.
Now, you guys heard that clip. That was Teofimo Lopez. That was a previous interview or Instagram live that he did. And he said some interesting things. He says, we got 2 contracts in the work. We sending one to Devin Haney, and then we sending one to Kambosos. And whoever works. But as you guys can see, as Ego Stradamus predicted, the great Ego Stradamus, I told you it was not going to be Teofimo and Devin Haney. And you can see right behind him, it is Kambosos that end up getting the deal. There's Kambosos, and the artwork is going to be on Triller. Teofimo went outside the top rank. You know, Triller won a purse bid. I'm not going to get into all of that, but basically he wanted more money. Teofimo wanted more money and he got it. But he said something important in that clip, and Teofimo said this. He says Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis is not going to happen next. And I'm so glad he said this. But in that clip, he says Gervonta and Ryan will not fight because their promoters won't let them fight. So I'd be surprised and shocked if it happened. And it's not going to happen. They're on account of their promoters, at least not now. Ironically enough, Bob Arum, that's how he got people feeling about Teofimo and Devin Haney. The irony of this whole situation, and this is a bad year for old media, is Devin Haney just fought against Jorge Linares, and look how the excuses keep piling up. 1 minute, Ryan Garcia, Bob Arum, and Teofimo told Devin to fight a top 10 guy. Fight a top 10 guy, prove your worth. You know, he does that in Linares, dominates him better than guys like Lomachenko. He did get clipped in the last 10 seconds of the 10th round, but he recovered and he handled it like a vet, like a pro. Now, old media, they begged for Devin to fight someone in the top 10. He does that. And now they're saying Teo's wife is pregnant, so they don't have enough time to negotiate for October. Crazy. The other thing is, they begged him to fight Jorge Linares, which he did, and he dominated, and he easily won. Ryan came out and said, "Oh, I would have slept you. Hey, sorry, Dev, I would have KO'd you." Meanwhile, he is on some type of sabbatical or recess because of his mental health. It's looking extremely bad for old media people. Devin Haney, you would think that in this fight where old media says, "Oh, Devin was rocked and he sucks and he's Devin the Hugger Haney and he was exposed," you would think Mr. Exposed Haney would have an easier time getting the fights now. like Teofimo and Ryan would be chomping at the bit. Ryan is Teofimo's mandatory. So you would imagine like this would be like a great opportunity. Okay, I seen flaws in Devin's game, but it's actually the contrary. You see him fight the step up opponent, which is what they told him to do. And then once that's done, Ryan is getting on the internet. But if you listen to, he said, I would have slept you. But if you listen to his recent interviews, he's not saying I'm fighting Devin next. He says, me and my team, I'm going to come back stronger and we got to figure it out. And as far as Teofimo, Bob Arum, let's just cut the fat. Arum is saying Devin is not opportune next. And this is after he was rocked and old media said he was exposed. So why is Devin not on the menu? And there's a bunch of excuses saying he could fight Jose Pedraza and, Hammer Hands Rodriguez winner. No one's asking for that. We know it's not going to be Taylor. He has to fight his mandatory Jack Catterall. They're talking about him moving out of the division. This is bad. And it makes one wonder, how you going to tell Devin to fight a top 10 person? Eddie Hearn gets him a top 10 person, says they're willing to make a big offer to Teofimo, and then it's the next excuse. It's like, oh, we're not going to be ready by then, and we don't have enough time. Tio's wife is pregnant. It's like Devin calls himself the boogeyman, and it's hard to doubt it at this current juncture and point. It's hard to doubt what he's saying. Again, you would imagine like a guy coming off a performance where old media claims he was exposed and a paper champion, the email champion, then everybody should be like excited and elated to fight him. But instead, we don't get it. And you have to ask yourself this. Bob Arum recently especially has been telling you all the fights he can't get for his fighters. Sean Porter for Terrence Crawford. No, it doesn't make sense. Even though the fans are in my comment section, which I have a popular channel for years, they're like, man, I would love Sean Porter. That's Bud's best fighter welterweight. But Bob is telling you they don't have the money or won't make money. They couldn't get Pacquiao because the money wasn't financially suitable. He's telling you for Teofimo, the Devin fight that everyone's asking for can't happen. This is just a bad look. And ironically enough, Teofimo is the one that said in that video that Tank Davis and Ryan won't fight and they need to blame their promoter. But he's not taking his own advice. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comment section. Use my link for TUBEBUDDY. We working.